Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English.
Oi pessoal, tudo bem? Bom, para quem escutou o último episódio, foi o Foster lendo um artigo e ele está me fazendo reler esse artigo hoje para vocês perceberem a diferença entre a minha pronúncia e a pronúncia dele. So this is going to be really weird. I don't know what he's preparing right now for me, like how he's going to correct me, but I think that will be very important for you all. So that's it. Foster, anything that you want to say?
Hey guys, hey Alexia. Yeah, so there are a lot of things I want to say. So the reason I am doing this is because I'm trying to recreate the idea of a real class. So when I give a class one-on-one to a student, this is a very common exercise that I do. We get an interesting article, and normally I will not read the article for them like I did for you guys on Friday. But it's good that you already have listened to the article, you are familiar with the material, and then after that, what I will do is I will make you read the article, and while you're reading the article, I will be taking notes on your pronunciation, and then after that, we will talk about vocabulary, things that you have questions about, and then I will talk to you about my notes with your pronunciation, and the idea is for you to be able to guess what I am trying to say about your pronunciation. So, for example, if Alexia mispronounces a word, I don't know, let's take the example, something. If she says something, then I will just write down something. And then I'll say, Alexia, I took a note on the word something. What do you think your pronunciation mistake is? And if you can self-identify and self-correct your mistakes, then you are golden. You are good to go, baby.
Well, I will be golden right now because I will take this challenge and I'm gonna be 100% correct.
Okay, so let me grab a piece of paper and a pencil. And then when I say the word, you can start reading. Okay, Alexia, when you're ready.
The world's worst boss, Seth Golden. No, peraí, sorry. The world's... Behind the scenes. The World's Worst Boss by Seth Golden. That would be you. Even you're not self-employed, your boss is you. You manage your career, your day, your responses. You manage how to sell your services and your education and the way you talk to yourself. Odds are you are doing it poorly. If you had a manager that talked to you the way you talk to you would quit. If you had a boss that wasted as much as your time as you do, you would fire her. If an organization developed its employees as poorly as you are developing yourself, you would soon go under. I'm amazed at how often people choose to fail when they go out on their own or when they end up in one of those rare jobs that encourages one to set an agenda and manage themselves. Faced with the freedom to excel, they founder, I don't know how to say this word, and hesitate and stall and ultimately punt. We are surprised when people self-direct arrives on the scene. Someone who figures out a way to work from home and then turns that into a 2-year journey, laptop in hand, and they explore the world while doing their job. We are shocked that someone uses evenings and weekends to get a second education or start a useful new side business. And we are envious when we encounter someone who has managed to bootstrap themselves into happiness. And if that's and if that's rare or even uncalled for. There are few good books on being a good manager. Fewer is still on managing yourself. It's hard to think of a more essential thing to learn. Oof. Teacher, I'm done.
Okay, don't call me teacher, please, Alexia. How'd that feel? How do you feel like you did a good job?
Well, first time reading, I think so.
Okay, cool. So first, just to start off, do you have any questions with vocabulary?
Yes, where is it? Punt. What's punt?
Okay, to punt, this is not a super common word, but to punt is, for example, in American football, we have the punter. It is the person that kicks the ball. So if you punt something, you are literally kicking it. But when someone uses it talking about a business or a project, they are saying that they are giving up, they are just quitting, giving it away. Yeah.
Okay, and falter?
Okay, first you were saying foul, it's falter.
Falter.
So a lot of times the AL combination will be just the aw sound, just like Alexia, falter.
Falter.
Perfect.
What's that?
Very similar to my name, Foster.
Yeah.
Falter. Think about fault. It's not my fault.
Ah, tá.
So if someone falters, normally they are making mistakes or they're hesitating.
Mm-hmm. But here they say they falter and hesitate.
Yeah.
So what's the difference here?
Falter is you're waiting because you are scared of making mistakes. Hesitating is just you're waiting, but there's not necessarily that idea of fear of making mistakes.
And stall?
Stall, same thing. He's really just trying to reinforce this idea that they falter, hesitate, and stall. So all of these sounds, falter, stall, very similar to the aw sound in Portuguese. So if someone is stalling, it's like, I don't want to answer the question. I'm stalling.
Enrolando.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's just trying to avoid the responsibility.
Yeah. Bootstrap.
Ooh, to bootstrap. Okay, so this is the ooh sound. So bootstrap.
Bootstrap.
Yeah. So bootstrap is a great business word. If a business is bootstrapped, or if you're bootstrapping a business, that means that you are only making money from your customers, and then you are using that money to build the company.
Okay.
So, for example, with Inglês no Cru, we are a bootstrap business because we do not have any investments from outside people. All we do is we sell our courses and people buy our courses and our worksheets, and then we use that money to try to live and take care of dogs and eat and have food and stuff. So the real difference is the difference between a bootstrap company and like a public company or a company that has money from investors.
Okay. And I think is the last one is freedom to excel.
The freedom to excel. So do you know what the verb to excel means?
I think that is something with excellence.
Yes, great. Yeah, that's great. So think about the adjective excellent. Excellent means really good. So if someone is excelling, that means they are thriving. They're doing very, very well in their position. So he's saying if someone has a job with the freedom to excel, that means they have a lot of potential to grow, to develop, to do something really great. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, I think that's it.
Cool. So I think with vocabulary, I think we are good to go.
Now with pronunciation.
With pronunciation.
Pronunciation. See?
Okay, Alexia. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to say a word that I wrote down. Alexia is looking at my list and she is not happy.
I'm not happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What, 20? I'm not
Approximately
happy.
20. That's totally normal. So I'm going to say a word and I want to see if you can perceive what you said, or sometimes it's just when you're reading, it's difficult and you misspoke. And maybe it's not a real pronunciation error. It's just kind of you messed up while you're reading. So let me say a word, and then you can either repeat that word back to me, or if you know exactly what the mistake is, then you can tell me that mistake.
Okay.
Okay? Responses.
Responses.
Yeah, don't look at the article, Alexia. So responses,
Oh, wait, why can't I look at the article?
because then you are associating with the way we write and the way that we speak.
No, I was looking for like more the meaning inside of the phrase and not.
Okay, but here we're totally
Why?
focusing on pronunciation. So in my classes, after we read the article, we're not looking at the article anymore. Okay? This is my first real class with Alexia. She is not liking it. Okay, the word responses, what I was noticing here was you were almost saying responses, which instead of saying respa, so the second syllable here is the a sound, just like prato, chato.
Responses.
Yeah, I was almost hearing responses.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I almost did that because responder,
Yeah,
resposta.
very
That's
common.
fine.
Very common. Okay, second one, I wrote this down twice, is the word education.
Education. Why did I say it wrong?
Say it for me one more time.
Education.
Pretty good, pretty good. So I was almost hearing education with the do, but it was kind of right in the middle. But this is a really interesting thing in English because we say education.
Education.
So you can imagine the word you is actually in there. So you. Education. Perfect. Perfect. I wrote down the phrase odds are just because you said it kind of weird. But do you know what the phrase odds are means?
Yeah, it's a chances são que.
Exactly. The probability of something happening, the chance of something happening. But that's a great phrase. If you're thinking like, is it going to rain today? Like, odds are, yeah, looking at the clouds, it's going to rain.
Odds are, I think it was because I was reading a little bit faster than I should.
Yeah, but that's not a phrase that you incorporate in your everyday vocabulary.
No.
So that's a great phrase to add on. Okay, a word that I wrote down 3 times. Poorly.
Poorly.
Okay, so I was almost hearing, say it one more time for me.
Poorly.
Okay, so there's something a little off there. So say the word more.
More.
Now put a li at the end.
Morely.
Okay, so more, poor, the exact same or sound.
I'm saying poorly.
Exactly.
Poorly.
So you want to say if someone is the opposite of rich, they are poor.
Yeah.
Or. So poorly.
Poorly.
Better. Much better.
I thought with the double O, it would be you.
Nope. There's no association between double O and you. That's just associating the written language with the spoken language, which is the most common mistake that all students of English make.
So poorly.
Perfect. Okay, the word talked in the past.
Talked.
Say it for me one more time.
Talked.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty sure that I said talked.
Yeah, I almost heard talk it, and it was just a little bit slower. Okay. Much.
Much.
Yeah, I don't remember the context of that one, but I think you were just kind of fumbling.
No,
with your
I
words.
remember. I remember because when I was reading, I almost read as must. No.
Oh yeah,
must,
that's right.
and then I correct to much.
Right. Exactly. Perfect. Okay. Fail.
Oh,
that's better. Much better. When you were reading, I was really hearing fail, and it almost sounded like you were saying like fail. Like, ele fail.
Fail.
So the important thing here is the final L sound. So when you say fail, what you're doing is making too much of a circle with your mouth at the end. So try to relax your lips. You can even smile a little bit and say fail.
Fail.
Yeah, that's much better. And really just try to exaggerate that last L sound. That's a really difficult sound. Fail.
Fail.
Perfect. Much better. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, this one I have down 2 times. Rare.
Yes, because when I read, it was no, how did I say it?
You said hair.
Yeah.
So you
Rare.
want to say hair.
I know. Rare.
Yeah. And it's really funny because hair, first of all, could be your hair, like cabelo, or it could also be hair.
Uma lebre.
Uma lebre, like a rabbit. So either way, it's funny
Rare.
because it's wrong. So rare.
Rare.
And if you need a little extra help, you can exaggerate that first R and just start by saying r, and exaggerate it and say rare.
Rare.
Perfect. Okay, another one that we have 2 times, and this is a word you always pronounce incorrectly. The word own.
Oh my God, that's true.
You say on.
Own.
Okay, so say O.
Own.
Say oh my God.
Oh my God.
Perfect. Now say own.
Own.
Okay, you're still almost saying on. So what you're actually doing is making this a little bit more of a nasal vowel than you need to, which means the air is simultaneously passing through your nasal cavity and your mouth at the same time. But when I say own, everything is coming through my mouth. So hold your nose for me, Alexia. And I'll say own.
Ready? Own.
Okay, you're still saying on. Say oh.
Own. I don't know, maybe it's the tone of my voice. Own.
That is such a common response. Maybe it's the tone of my voice. Maybe I just can't speak like that. This is a great example. I'm having so much fun.
Own.
Okay, one more time, Alexia. Think about the word follow.
I don't say that, but falou.
Follow.
Own.
Own. Okay, yeah. We'll keep
Can I
working on
not
it.
say this word?
We'll keep
forever?
working on it, and we will get it, I promise. Okay, the next word, freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, what do you think the mistake was?
M. Final M.
Yep, the final M, you did not close your mouth. You said freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah. Okay, falter. We already
Yes.
talked about that. Hesitate.
It was because I mixed. Hesitate. I know how to say this, I promise.
Okay, cool. Almost done. Ultimately.
Sabia. I knew it. Yes. I said ultimately, right?
I really just, the bad thing I heard was ooh at the beginning, and it should be ultimately.
Ultimately.
Yeah, just like culture, something like that.
Ultimately.
Cool. And one more. Hey, Gabby, stop moving. I was actually surprised that you made this mistake, but you did. World.
What did I say?
You said word completely.
No way.
You did. We can. It's recorded, Alexia. Don't try to.
No. World.
You can say that word.
I can.
But that is a great thing that when you say something wrong when you're reading, and normally you say that word correctly, that is a good sign that you should return to practicing words like world, girl, squirrel, because there is something in your brain still telling you, this sound is not perfect for me.
World.
Perfect.
World.
Okay.
Girl. World.
Awesome. So I think that's it. My last ones again are education, bootstrap, which we talked about, rare, haru, which again, and that's it. So that's a really good job, Alexia.
Should I read it again?
No, we will do that tomorrow.
Oh my God. Okay.
So right now we have approximately 20 mistakes. If we can get that down to 10 tomorrow, then that is...
What about 5?
We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.